Namaskar, this is Dr. Aurobindo. Today's videos is about a recently held debate on whether Hinduism needs protection from Hindutva. I rather think Hinduism needs protection from pseudo-secularists, pseudo-liberals and comedians. It was conducted by CDC, Calcutta Debating Circle, and it sounded more like Hinduism versus Hindutva or Hindus versus Hindus, a kind of intellectual provocation to divide Hindus. By the way, I wonder why not Kolkata Debating Circle, that is minus colonial hangover. It had a great panel of debaters from likes of J.S.I. Deepak, Sudhanshu Trivedi, Moni Ayar, to Agnimitra Paul, Moha Moitro, Sapun Dasgupta, and there are other two debaters were there, one journalist, infamous journalist, and a historian of doubtful integrity. Once I remember their name, I'll definitely mention. Anyway, J.S.I. Deepak, Agnimitra Paul, Sapun Dasgupta, Sudhanshu Trivedi were listening pleasures, not just for their eloquence, articulation of their choicest words, but for their content and art of mastering to rationalize their points of views and points of view against the motion while deconstructing their opponents with ease. Those who spoke for the motion were like beat of cacophony. Here is my take on the debate. To start with, what is Hindutva? It is Hindu Tattva, theoretically, so to say, on basis of which Ms. Moha Mutro tried to frame a perception with selective references with bias, which Ms. Agnimitra Paul quite intelligently demolished with contemporary reality around. So, Hindutva is rather a transformation of Hindus, the follower of Hinduism, from peace seeker to peacekeeper, from being apologetic to unapologetic, from being submissive to assertive. To understand it more, I quote a personal incident. When I was once walking down the greeneries of Duars nature, few hundred years away from my bungalow, I was staying at, holding hand of my toddler 5-year-old daughter, walking between bushes and tall trees around. Suddenly a voice came from behind. "Sab, be careful, it's jungle." My grip that held hand of my daughter tightened. My other grip that held a walking stick also tightened. And it held a stick like a weapon to protect. It was a sudden change of posture. The same me in different situation. That is same Hindu in different situation. And that is Hindutva. But our adversaries want us to believe in their fake utopianism, misleading narratives, to remain off guard and vulnerable as ever. This rise of Hinduism from vulnerability to stability, from being viable to formidable, is what Hindutva. The mouse is out of the trap. So if Hinduism is a heart, Hindutva is a ribs and muscle that nest it, protect it. All other religions have right to secure and preserve its geopolitical territories as mostly political cults, with respective political parties to support and defend its cause. But when Hindus fight to secure one and only piece of land for Hinduism to survive, that is sinking over thousands of years, because of lack of enemy feeling, Shatrubodh, in Hindus, and self-determination, trying to correct a historical blunder of partition, trying to amend constitution for wrongful inclusion of the word secular, then such effort is called desperate yet despicable seeking of vengeful identity, not a necessary evolution called Hindutva. Mainava Buddhist went went into violent resistance for their existence. When the peaceful gesture failed before a well-scripted aggressive invasion by jihadis infamously called Rohingyas. Nalanda and Bamiyan, Nalanda University and Bamiyan Buddha stood vulnerable because of peace-seeking communities did not stand for peacekeeping. US bombed Nigeria to save Nigerian Christians. Jihadis go for beheading at random to defend their Quranic verses. Leftists killed 100 millions over 100 years to save their ideology, whatever. I call it religion of non-religious. So what I find is these illiberal pseudo-secularists, they have an advantage of not making opinions and take responsibilities of those, but to make opinions on opinions. It's an opportunism. So I call their presentation as intellectual jargon they are based at. Miss Ruchika Sharma, yeah, I remember that called herself a historian, but her history sounded more like her story. Both she and Mr. Iyer thought to have sole right to taunt, abuse opponent speaker to get undue attention than maintaining a gesture of reasonable tolerance, rational and intelligence. Their restlessness only speaks volume of Hindutva. They were visibly shaken by Hinduism and Hindutva coming together, assimilating and becoming synonymous. Don't worry. Bharat under Hinduism and Hindus will remain qualitatively more secular, better than whatever those pseudo-secularists, those illiberals, those commie-jihadis offer, so long Hindutvadis are there. Thanking you. Hope to ponder over the issue and fight back against the fake narrative and maligning both Hinduism and Hindutva. Dhanyavad. Thank you.